Okay. Um, Thanks everyone for joining in this orientation session. So in this session, we will share bits of the Grow Money Trading Stocks and Crypto course. As part of this agenda, we will share about GMT team, what the course is, course schedule, and also share information in terms of the course content and additional offers that we give to our learners in the course, which helps you to feel confident and go ahead in enrolling in the course so you understand what to expect from this course. Uh, uh, you are free to ask, interrupt, and ask us any questions during the presentation. If not, then you can ask at the end of the presentation as well. Talking about GMT team, we started as Grow Money Trading Group on WhatsApp in January 2020. Since then, we have now grown over various social platforms and have close to 10K followers now. The community which we started as free community, we um, noticed that there is a lot of interest from our GMT members uh, to learn trading, to understand the markets. So for that, we came together and registered ourselves as a corporation in June 2021. And since then, we launched our website, which is at www.growmoneytrading.com. I believe you might have visited at this point. If not, in the presentation, I'll be taking you on the website as well. And since then, we have taken about 12 batches of various courses that we offer from our platform. We started with the Grow Money Trading beginner course, and we extended that course to a full-fledged trading course, which we cover about 4 weekends. Um, and we have completed 7 batches of that course. We extended that course to Grow Money Trading advanced course, which is for futures and options in and is primarily intended for those who have prior experience in trading, have been doing trading for some time and understand the fundamentals and technicals, have knowledge of some of the key indicators, and would like to scale their trading skill to a more professional grade where they would prefer to get consistent and more income through options and futures trading. Talking about our GMT team, we are a team of 5 members, instructors, whatever you feel you would like to call us. Um, I'm Kamal, based out in Toronto. Our lead instructor, Tahir Ijaz, he's based out at Vancouver. Our head instructor, Vivek Bhatia, whom you are seeing on the screen, he is based out in from Mumbai. And Aditya Chala, he is uh, our key member. He is based out Brampton, again in Canada, and Vivek Nalawade, who is our crypto expert, he's also based out of Brampton. Uh, you see 3 members from 5 of us. You would be seeing each of us take the topic which we are expert at, which we are proficient at, and you will get to know Tahir and Aditya during the course. So Tahir and Vivek, well, once you are in the course, Aditya is already here. Um, I'll just pause here. Uh, Nirmal and I saw Sonali had joined. Vivek sir, did you see Sonali getting dropped out?
No, I can't see Venali here.
Oh, no worries. So continuing further, our the course details you can find on our website, Grow Money Trading website, and the upcoming batch for Grow Money Trading course we are planning to start on 8th of April. I'll take you to the course content as well. the site course page. And the next batch would be futures and options course, which will start in mid of May. Taking on the course website, before the course, I would also like to share the GMT website. Um, so on the GMT website, you can find the information of the upcoming batches as well as our uh, feedbacks from our learners, from our members who have been part of the community and has been part of the course. So you can get to hear the testimonials from them, their experience of going through the course. Talking about the course itself, this course is Grow Money Trading course is meant for beginners to those who have some bit of experience in the trading. Um, Especially this course is meant to help you start from ground zero and scale yourself in trading with the right fundamental and technical skills and help you become independent trader making consistent profits as a secondary income or um, also if you desire to make trading as your primary income. It is catered to help you provide all the aspects of trading and also as if you prefer to be an investor with the right fundamental and technical skills which you can apply in stocks, ETFs, cryptocurrencies, or any other financial instruments. We make sure that we provide you all the information that you need so that you can get started on the trading platforms that are available here in Canada and in the US market or in the exchange that you would prefer to trade depending upon your location and help you grow your money steadily. The GMT team of instructors are available for you to help you acquire the skills and mentor you throughout the course and also after the course. Since the instructors are spread across multiple time zones, you are free to ask your queries with whichever instructor you are comfortable and get your queries clarified, answered. Uh, we aim to make you self-reliant and become free to trade on any global exchange with the skills that you acquire from this course. Um, and we help you take the journey step by step by learning from basics to gradually scaling yourself the skills that you need to make consistent progress. In terms of the course schedule, uh, it will be starting on 8th of April. We usually have 4 weekends course on Saturday and Sunday. Uh, for this batch, we are stretching by 1 week as we might have off in one of the weekend. That's why as of the course duration, you see as 5 weekends course um, compared to our previous batches where we usually have 4 weekends course. The class timing will be same 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. EST time, Saturdays and Sundays, and online on Zoom. We also make sure that we record each of our classes and share privately to the enrolled learners with their um, registered Gmail ID. So if you happen to miss any of the class or you would like to revise by watching at the recording after the class, these recordings will definitely help you. Um, Apart from that, you can also join our subsequent batch to refresh any of the topics that you would like to. So since the beginners course is quite intensive, the content that we cover in the 4 to 5 weekends course is uh, quite overwhelming at times for a learner who is beginning a trading journey. So some of the topics you could understand in the course and then watch the recordings later, but you might still prefer to attend our subsequent batch to refresh those topics so you can understand better. Our learners are welcome to attend our subsequent batch lectures for the topics that they need. Now, for talking about the course curriculum and course content, I would like to invite Vivek sir if you would like to give a overview.
Thank you, Kamal. So, friends, as Kamal has already given you an entire brief, I'll talk to you about what the course contents are all about. Now, Kamal talked to you about the 5 mentors being around and how each mentor will take a part of the course on which he is specialized. Now, as a group, we take pride that though what we are teaching is available to everybody in abundance on YouTube, we have actually structured it so that anybody joining the course will learn this in a structured manner. The idea is to learn it in a structured manner so that you spend less time in learning, more time in practicing and acquiring the art and the skill of trading and investments. Now, how do we go about it? We will start from scratch. We will introduce the markets to you. We will give you the basic definitions of various terms which are used in trading. Some terms you will hear from us on a regular basis. So you should be aware of what these words are, what these terms mean, so that you will acquire that knowledge along the way. Right? Now, in the analysis of any stock market or any stock, there are multiple types of analysis. We will talk to you about what fundamental analysis is, which means actually studying financial books or accounts of various companies, analyzing them, and then deciding how do you invest. That is all fundamental, highly technical in nature, highly numerical in nature, very overwhelming, very stressful in nature. Specifically, if numbers are scaring you, if you don't like to read accounts, this could be very, very daunting and very, very overwhelming. Right? That being said, the next style of analysis is technical analysis. Now, in technical analysis, what we do is we teach you how you could analyze the movement of a stock using technical indicators, using your visual sight, using how a line is moving, how what is the movement happening on an indicator. These are visual numbers, visual sights, including numbers also. But herein, the numbers are easier to understand. Right? That is where we come into technical trading and technical analysis. Now, this requires you to devote your time in absorbing that knowledge and then practicing it through, which is why we make it over the weekend so that we give you a heavy load of information on Saturday and Sunday mornings, pack you up by lunch both the week on the weekends, and you have the evenings free to absorb what you have learned, pick up a homework. So those of you who were missing your school, time to go back, learn to do a homework also, because you will learn to practice your work and then start trading. Now, after the analysis, you will also talk about help you to identify what is your trading style. Every individual is an individual in his own right. No two individuals are same. Similarly, no two individuals will have a similar trading style. So we will help you to identify what is your trading style that you are most comfortable to. and then acquire a skill to enhance your trading style so that you are most comfortable in your trading activity. The idea is to always be in a zone of comfort wherein you will enjoy that activity. And once you do that, the secondary issue is the money flowing in. Your prime reason for joining the course will be the money that you will earn, but that should be your second activity or secondary thing which should happen because it's a passion with you or you are enjoying it. So it should be a second nature to enjoy your trade, right? Along with this, we will also help you to open up your accounts in case if your accounts are not open up. We will talk to you about your TFSA accounts, your RRSP accounts, RESP accounts, as well as the personal accounts and cash margin accounts. These are various types of accounts opened by various banks, various brokers, so that you can deploy your funds and watch your product, your money growing accordingly. We will be primarily talking to you about the North American markets. So in North American markets, we will talk about the three broad markets within North America, which is the Dow Jones, the NYSE, NASDAQ, and the TSX on the Canadian stock markets. Right? We will talk to you about how they are, what is the advantages of trading on each of them, and then go further. That being done, we will have covered up most of the broader portion within about first 3 days or 1.5 weeks of the course. What we teach you next, when we start teaching you technicals, we will ask you to learn a new language of communication. Currently, we are communicating to you in an English language. I could be communicating to you in German. I could be talking to you in Russian, Chinese, Japanese, or any language of your choice. But the language of communication within the stock market is neither of them. It is basically the language of communication, which is graphical in nature. And that graphical language of communication is nothing but a candlestick. The candlesticks are very good to hear, very good to talk about them, very colorful. You can have them in red and green, black and white, yellow and purple, colors of your choice. But how do you communicate? What are they going to talk to you about? How are you going to use that knowledge to generate your wealth is the art of communicating to the markets and understanding from the markets what is probably going to happen the next minute or the next hour or the next day. Because stock trading is nothing but a game of probabilities. For those of you who are not mathematically inclined, don't get worried. It may be a game of probabilities here with your mentors and your friends on the platform. We will help you to understand how this game of probability is played very easily without using mathematics. Right? So after the candlesticks are done, we will then share a very closely held secrets of the trading community worldwide. You will hear every trader worth his salt, every commentator of the stock market worth his salt, talking about two things, talking about a support and a resistance. Nothing much to get worried of. We will tell you how do you identify them, how do you play with them, how do you trade with them, how do you generate your wealth with them. I could actually give you the share secret just now. It's simple. You buy at a support, sell at a resistance. That is so easily said and done. But it requires a detailed eye. It requires a detailed training. It requires a lot of practice. And rest be assured, we will dirty your hands, make you practice with us live so that you will learn to do something which the best of the traders across the world do regularly. That is support and resistance to you. After that, there are trend lines. Then there are candlestick patterns, which we'll talk to you about. Approximately about 30 candlestick patterns that we'll talk to you about. Simple and complex, but all patterns which should be done, helping you to trade. Which patterns should you look out for? What will happen after you see that pattern? How do you identify the pattern? How do you train your eye to watch out? Because you have to now train your eye to create your wealth. After all the patterns are done, we will come to the broad 4 types of indicators which are there in the market. They are basically the trend, the momentum, the volume, and the volatility. 4 indicators: the trend, the momentum, the volume, and the volatility. We will talk about each type of these indicators, introduce to you the indicators which are there, not all of them, because they are close to about 200 plus indicators of various kinds. So you need not get bogged down in learning all indicators. We will teach you the ones which are most widely used, most easily used, which can be tweaked and twisted to your benefit. How they are tweaked, how they are twisted is all the secrets that we will share with you, which we have acquired over time by experience and by practice. So we will talk about all these indicators to you. Then we will talk about strategies. Every trader has his own strategy. There are umpteen number of strategies in the market. You can search them out and at the end of the time, get thoroughly confused. The idea here is not to confuse you. The idea here is to introduce not one, but introduce to you 3 or 4 basic strategies which are sufficient for you to create your profits, to create your wealth. You will hear this when you come with me in my classes. I'll talk about markets being an ocean. I will always talk to this to all my students. Market is like an ocean. You think you are taking out a container full of water for bathing every day. Whereas what the market thinks what you're taking out is a spoonful, not even a tablespoon, a teaspoonful of water. And that teaspoonful of water is enough for you to take a regular bath, drink, cook, wash, and do what you want. Just a teaspoon. Whereas you thought you're taking a container filled with a water tanker container filled with water out of the markets. So that is the perception between you and what the market is. So the strategy that we'll talk about will be enough to take out teaspoons of water regular basis. If you start compounding it, you will realize those teaspoons have now become serving spoons of water. And that is when your greed will step in and your trading psychology will get marred. Actually marred. So we will then also talk to you about how you should control your trading psychology, how should you control your emotions and trade accordingly. Right? In the process, we'll talk to you about how do you manage your money, how do you manage your risk, how do you manage your profits. After all of this is taught, there is one more session of secret sessions which Kamal will take, where he'll help you. How do you identify from a sea full of stocks, close to about 2,000 stocks, how do you screen your stock list and identify just 2, 3, 4, or 5 stocks to trade for the coming week, coming day, or coming month? That is nothing but stock screening. How do you screen your stocks? After that is done, we'll talk to you about various trading platforms. What is the market psychology? What's the investor psychology? And what's the trading psychology? There are three different psychologies. An investor will think differently, a trader will think differently, and the markets, God alone knows how they think. So for them, it's a mixture of a trader, an investor, a loser, a gainer. Everybody put it together, put it into the grinder, make a good blend, and what comes out is a worthless, tasteless market psychology for you. Right? Pretty boring. But once you come to learn, you realize, wow, all right, this had a tinge of cardamom, this had a tinge of something else, some spice on it, and that is what will help me to make my money. All these sessions will be covered in the 4 weekends. In your case, we are expecting a break, so we are taking it for 5 weekends. You will be given a certificate by the company stating or acknowledging that you have done the course. Within that time and after that time, we expect you to become traders on your own right. Now, it's easy to give you fish to eat every day and make you lethargic. Rather, we make you a fisherman. You can pick up your fish of your choice, quantity of your choice, timing of your choice. Right? So, this trading activity should help you to actually understand that the stock market is not only a stock market, it's also your ATM machine. It's an ATM machine. Whenever you require extra funds, go there, spend some time, love the market, give it the kisses, give it the hugs, take the money out, give it repeat kisses and hugs, and say thank you very much. Go out and spend the money. So it's an automated teller machine for you. Stock markets can be that. Right? I'll take a pause here. I hope I've tickled and kindled your eagerness to learn. I'll now invite Aditya to run you through the financials of the course. What are the requirements that you require to have in you within your house when you are taking this course, right? And that is what Aditya will take you through. All right. So thank you, everybody, and see you soon.
Thank you, Vivek sir. Thank you, Kamal. Does anyone have any questions before I go ahead?
Yeah, just want to mention that the date here is not updated.
Sorry,
Please,
Kamal?
go ahead.
Okay,
please go ahead.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Vivek sir. Thank you, Kamal, again. So if you look at it, the next batch is going to start in the upcoming Sunday. I know the date has not been updated. We'll update that soon. And in terms of the fees, as you can see, it is 450 Canadian. And the faster you join, the better, because seats are going to fill in fast. And if you have any friends, relatives, or any other people who would be interested in joining this course, please have them enroll as well. For each referral that is going to join, you would be receiving a bonus of $20 each. So there is no limit in terms of the referrals. So it might be any number. And for each person who enrolls in this course, you would be getting a referral bonus of $20 for this particular course. And as you can see on the screen, this particular course level is for beginners, is what we mentioned, but anyone and everyone who has been trading, but wants to understand the tips and tricks and wants to know from a basic perspective as to how trading happens and learn in a structured manner, this would be a very good course for them. Also, you would see a caveat which says you're going to be getting back your money in terms of 90 days money back through profits, which we are going to explain to you in the upcoming slide. So in terms of the course, if you look at this, yeah, as we've discussed, we've already discussed the course content over here. So in terms of the course, we are mentioning that there are 15 plus topics, but they would be learning more. The topics would be more. The only reason we would not be able to mention the correct number is because there will always be additions into the topics that we are going to teach you. And also in terms of sessions, it is 24 hours plus. Again, the hours would be 24 hours plus. The reason being, as we might have mentioned earlier, the course is going to start on time. But in terms of ending the course, we would not be ending it until and unless all your questions or queries are clarified on the same day. So no one is going to go back home on the same day without his or her question being not clarified. And in terms of the point that we mentioned in terms of money back through profits, so we would be creating a GMT channel, which would be for all our key learners. Here you would have the learners from the previous batch and the current batch as well who would be enrolled. And as part of the routine, we would be providing you the analysis of certain stocks and shares on a regular basis, which you can follow and ensure that you can get your money back through profits. Again, while we are providing you with these details, it is not just the buy price and the sell price and the stop loss and the take profit that we provide. We would also be providing you with the analysis as to how we have come through the conclusion that a certain stock is going to go up at a certain level and until what point you need to buy and when you need to sell and when you would need to take your take profit or when you would need to have your stop loss. And we would be even having hand-holding sessions in GMT Premium Group. Once you're a member of the group, any questions and queries that you have, not only pertain to the course, but if you have already been trading and if you have any questions regarding your existing portfolio as well, you can connect to us on one-on-one and we would be able to support you as well. And then at the end, you would be getting a certificate of completion, which would help you in terms of show it to people that you completed a course, which would be a value for your life. And in terms of the batch class timings and dates, as you can see on the screen, the next batch is going to start on the 8th of April until the 7th of May. The class timings would ideally be starting at 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. EST, but there might be a change based on the requirement of the students. If they feel that, okay, they want to start a bit early or they want to start a bit late, we are always flexible on that as well. And in terms of the schedule, it will run on each Saturday and Sunday. And the class is online on Zoom. And also the recordings are shared with each and every person, whoever is enrolling the course on demand. Also, if you have missed any sessions, you can always join the next subsequent classes for free to understand that. Or if you want to learn a complete session again, you can join the complete course as well. That is until the next 3 batches. Apart from that, once we complete the course, it is not like after the course is over, we'll leave you on your own. If you have any questions or queries, we'll always be part of the GMT family for life, wherein we'll be answering your questions and queries. And in future, once you are well versed with the topics and you are able to analyze stocks, you can also be providing with us with the analysis. And if it is right, kudos to you. If not, we will correct you and let you know where you've gone wrong. Any questions or queries? Okay, if there are no questions, I think one final thing that you want to tell you is, as we mentioned, this is not only for beginners, but anyone who wants to learn. And in terms of the requirement that you need is basically a laptop or a computer that is required. Ideally, we would not prefer a mobile phone. The reason being, there are certain sessions that wherein you would need to be doing some hands-on practice as well. So on a mobile device, it will be pretty difficult. And we would be showing you and explaining you certain charts as well, which might not be clear when you are viewing on your mobile phone. So all that you would require is a laptop or a PC with a stable internet connection and a zeal to learn. And trust me, you would have a course for your life, which would make making money much more easier. Okay, if no questions, I'll hand over back to you, Kamal. Thank you.
Thank
Before
you.
before Kamal's section,
Thanks,
just
yeah.
Nirmal and others on the call. This is a skill that you will acquire and you can use it anytime, anywhere in the world. The skill will actually help you to trade, whether it's on Indian markets, on the US markets, the Japanese market, the Singapore markets, the European markets, whether it's on stock, whether it's on currency, or whether it's on commodities. You can trade on either of them. The same skills will be used, including Bitcoins, including cryptos. Yes, Nirmal, you wanted to ask a question?
Thanks so much for the information, Vivek sir. So basically, I think I spoke with Kamalji yesterday, and he mentioned about this is all the beginners like, who doesn't know anything about stocks and terminologies, right? So this course gonna help from the ground zero to understand the overall stocks pattern and when to trade, when to not, and like, what sort of stocks can be interested and not be. So yeah, this course looks promising and I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope like I can get some experience and knowledge about the terms and technologies of the stocks and like try to start putting some investments.
Good. I mean, that itself is the intent to make you a self-learned or a self-independent trader or a self-independent investor, depending upon your trading psychology, your trading style. So looking forward to
So,
seeing you.
so we talk about the investments.
Yes.
Thanks, Vivek. So we talk about the stocks and investments. So investments related to RRSP, RESP, everything will be discussed, right? Like
Yes, it will be.
okay,
It will be.
got it.
Yeah. Just to add to that, the focus would be more on the technical analysis. The major portion of the course would be around technical analysis. We would assist you in taking your decision in terms of your trading or investing style. What could be better for you in terms of utilizing your accounts based on your trading style. So once we are done with this topic, we would do a small exercise to identify what style you fit in, and that would help to determine which of these accounts, registered or non-registered accounts, would suit your trading style. Okay.
Yeah, Kamal.
Great. So any last question or anything that you would like to clarify?
No, not at this moment, Kamalji. So once I get into enroll into this course, then I might have some queries and understanding. Then I can try to clarify more. And
Awesome. Sounds perfect. So if you have any question, any clarifications needed, please feel free to reach out to any of us. If you are comfortable with myself, you can reach out to me and I would be happy to help in getting you comfortable in enrolling in the course and seeing you in the course. So we'll share the recording of this as well if you would like to watch later, and would encourage you to uh, set up your existing Well-Simple account, add some funds. So once you enroll in the course, we can add you to the GMT premium group and you can watch the existing members, how they take the trade, and you can follow them until we begin the course.
sure, definitely, Kamalji. Yeah.
Okay, great. So with that, Vik sir, would you like to say something?
No, I think we have covered most of the facts. Just that minimal as a piece of thing. What we normally do is, as Aditya was also mentioning, it is we would whenever we are taking a session, the rule is the presenter can be disturbed with a query any time of the session. It's never at the end of the session. So we always talk of our learners feeling free to stop us there and then, seek the clarifications, and only then move ahead. So we always insist on starting on time, because that's a discipline we will incorporate in all our learners. The markets are not going to be waiting for us to wake up. So we should learn to move with the markets. We have to be punctual. And thereafter, we never have a closing time. The closing time is always decided by our learners.
That is great, Vivek sir. That is great.
Yeah. So yes, that's it. So looking forward to seeing you. If we have any questions, feel free to ask. or reach out to Kamal or any one of us in the group in private, we can answer it to you.
Sure, will do. Yeah.
Right? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for this valuable session.
Most welcome.
Most welcome. And with that, thank you all for joining in this session. And for those who would be watching the recording later, thank you, Vivek sir, Aditya, and Nirmal for sharing and asking the queries. So with that, we will part from here and hope to see you all in the class once we start on 8th April.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.